Right. No, if you don't mind. Maybe. Oh, you have a lecture here. Rồi. Hello, hi. Okay, everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. Yes, everything will be okay. Everything okay, everything will be fine. Will be fine. Everything will be fine. everything
What to make program for everything? So you can convey out of both Saturday and Friday. You really want to study. I don't think I want to create the I'm so behind. I have a lot of things. So I learn outings. I also I'm also planning for this year. You with me now. Okay, really opening a PBA. Oh yeah.
Everything will be fine. Everything
What do you mean you don't know how that will go? What do you mean you don't know how that will go? What do you mean? Like you say, you don't know how that will go. Is there any way to go?
Let everything become fine. 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 Everything become fine. Let 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 everything become fine. Everything become fine. Everything become fine. Let 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 everything become fine. Everything become fine. Everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Everything gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Everything becomes 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 fine. Let everything become 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 fine. Everything becomes 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 fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Like everything is fine. Like everything become fine. Okay, I need to be ready right now. Where is the information? The information, where are you? Let's look for the information. Where is the information? Let's look for the information. Where did we end? New Exodus 13. Oh, wait a minute. Then there is this guy. Let everything on fire. Let everything become. Let everything become fine. 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 Oh, let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Let everything become fine. Everything become fine. Everything is gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Everything change. Everything's gonna 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 change. Change. Everything change. Everything change. Everything change. Everything change. Everything change. Everything change. Gonna change. Gonna change. Gonna change. Gonna change. Gonna change. Everything is gonna change. Everything is gonna change. Everything change. And you gonna change. Gonna change. Everything is 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 gonna change. Exodus. I remember I had finished you, son. 13, okay. 13. Yeah. Exodus 13, New American Standard Bible. 1. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 2. Sanctify to me every firstborn, the first offspring of every womb among the sons of Israel, both of man and beast. It belongs to me. Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out from Egypt, from the house of slavery, for by a powerful hand the Lord brought you out from this place, and nothing living shall be eaten. For on this day, in the month of Abib, made where we Exodus Exodus 13. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, no. Chapter 10. Chapter what? Chapter 19, chapter 13. Chapters. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both man and of beast, it's mine. Then the Lord said to Moses, saying, sanctify to me every firstborn, the first offspring of every womb among the sons of Israel, both of man and beast, it belongs to me, it's mine. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by the strength of the hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no living bread be eaten. Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out from Egypt, from the house of slavery, for by a powerful hand the Lord brought out you from this place, and nothing leavened shall be eaten. On this day in the month of Abib, you are about to go forth. This day came ye out in the month of Habib. Okay. On this day in the month of Abib, you are about to go forth. 5. It shall On this day in the month of Abib you are about to go forth. 5. It shall be when the Lord brings you to the land of Canaanite, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Hivite, and Jebusite, which he swore to your fathers to give you, a land flowing with milk and honey, that you shall observe this rite in this month. 6. For every day you shall eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there shall be a feast to the Lord. 7. Unleavened bread shall be eaten throughout the 7 days, and nothing leavened, 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 and nothing leavened shall sin among you, nor shall any leaven be seen among you in all your borders. And you shall tell your son on that day, saying, it is because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt. 9. And it shall serve as a sign to you on your hand, and as a reminder on your forehead, that the law of the Lord may be in your mouth. For with a powerful hand the Lord brought you out of Egypt. 10. Therefore you shall keep this ordinance at its appointed time from year to year. 11. Now when the Lord brings you to the land of Canaanite, as he swore to you and to your fathers, and gives it to you, 12. You shall devote to the Lord the first offspring of every womb, and the first offspring of every beast that you own. The males belong to the Lord. 13. But every first offspring of a donkey shall redeem with a lamb, but if you do not redeem it, then you shall break its neck, and every firstborn of man among your sons shall redeem. 14. And it shall be with your son, your son asks you in time to come, saying, what is this? Then you shall say to him, with a powerful hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt from the house of slavery. 15. It came about when Pharaoh was stubborn about letting us go, that the Lord killed every firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore, I sacrifice to the Lord the males, the first offspring of every womb, but every firstborn of my sons I redeem. 16. So it shall serve as a sign on your hand, and as phylacteries, phylacteries, phylacteries on your forehead. For with a powerful hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt. 17. Now when Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistines, even though it was near, for God said, the people might change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt. 18. Hence God led the people around by the way of the wilderness to the Red Sea, and the sons of Israel went up in the macho array from the land of Egypt. 19. Moses took the bonds of Joseph with him, for he had made the sons of Israel solemnly swear, saying, God will surely take care of you, and you shall carry my bonds from here with you. 20. Then they set out from Succoth and camped in Etham on the edge of the wilderness. 21. The Lord was going before them in a pillar of cloud by day to lead them on the way, and in a pillar of fire by night to give them light, that they might travel by day and by night. 22. He did not take away the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Exodus 14, New American Standard Bible. 1. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 2. Tell the sons of Israel to turn back and camp before Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea. You shall camp in front of Bel-Zephon, opposite it, by the sea. 3. For Pharaoh will say of the sons of Israel, they are wandering aimlessly in the land. The wilderness has shut them in. 4. Thus I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will chase after them, and I will be honored through Pharaoh and all his enemies, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. And they did so. But when the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, Pharaoh and his servants had a change of heart toward the people, and they said, what is this we have done, that we have let Israel go from serving us? 6. So he made his chariot ready and took his people with him. 7. And he took 600 select chariots and all other chariots of Egypt with officers over all of them. 8. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and he chased after the sons of Israel as the sons of Israel were going out boldly. 9. Then the Egyptians chased after them with all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, his horsemen and his army, and they overtook them camping by the sea, beside Pi-hahiroth, in front of Baal-Zephon. 10. As Pharaoh drew near, the sons of Israel looked, and behold, the Egyptians were marching after them, and they became very frightened. So the sons of Israel cried out to the Lord. 11. Then they said to Moses, is it because there were no graves in Egypt that you have taken us away to die in the wilderness? Why have you dealt with us in this way, bringing us out of Egypt? 12. Is this not the word that we spoke to you in Egypt, saying, leave us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. 13. But Moses said to the people, do not fear, stand by and see salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you will never see them again forever. 14. The Lord will fight for you while you keep silent. 15. Then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the sons of Israel to go forward. 16. As for you, lift up your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it, and the sons of Israel shall go through the midst of the sea on dry land. 17. As for me, behold, I will harden the hearts of Egyptians so that they will go in after them, and I will be honored through Pharaoh and all his enemies, through his chariots and his horsemen. Hello. Jadi Wanji Enter to yeah. Hello. Eighteen. Then the Egyptians will know. No, as for me, I will harden the hearts of Egyptians so that they will go in after them, and I will be honored through Pharaoh and all his enemies, through his chariots and his horsemen. 18. Then the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I am honored through Pharaoh, through his chariots and his horsemen. 19. The angel of God who had been going before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them, and the pillar of cloud moved from before them and stood behind them. 20. So it came between the camp of Egypt and the camp of Israel, and there was the cloud along with the darkness, yet it gave light at night. Thus the one did not come near the other all night. 21. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord swept the sea back by a strong east wind all night and turned the sea into dry land, so the waters were divided. 22. The sons of Israel went through the midst of the sea on the dry land, and the waters were like a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. 23. Then the Egyptians took up the pursuit, and all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen went in after them into the midst of the sea. 24. At the morning watch, the Lord looked down on the enemy of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and cloud, and brought the army of the Egyptians into confusion. 25. He chased the chariots' wheels to swerve, SWERVE, to swerve, and he made them drive with difficulty. So the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from Israel, for the Lord is fighting for them against the Egyptians." Exodus 14, New American Standard Bible. 26. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, so that the waters may come back over the Egyptians, over their chariots and their horsemen." 27. So Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its normal state at daybreak, while the Egyptians were fleeing right into it. Then the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. 28. The waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, even Pharaoh's entire army that had gone into the sea after them. Not even one of them remained. 29. But the sons of Israel walked on dry land through the midst of the sea, and the waters were like a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. 30. Then the Lord saved Israel that day from the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw that Egyptians dead, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead on the sea shore. 31. When Israel saw the great power which the Lord had used against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord and in his servant Moses. Exodus 15, New American Standard Bible. 1. Then Moses and the sons of Israel sang this song to the Lord and said, "I will sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. The horse and its rider he has hurled into the sea." 2. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. This is my God, and I will praise him, my father's God, and I will extol him. 3. The Lord is a warrior, the Lord is his name. 4. Pharaoh's chariots and his army he had cast into the sea, and the choicest of his officers are drowned in the Red Sea. 5. The deeps cover them. They went down into the depths like a stone. 6. Your right hand, O Lord, is majestic in power. Your right hand, O Lord, shatters the enemy. 7. And in the greatness of your excellence, you overthrow those who rise up against you. You send forth your burning anger, and it consumes them as chaff. 8. At the blast of your nostrils, the waters were piled up. The flowing water stood up like a heap. The deeps were congealed in the heart of the sea. 9. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My desire shall be gratified against them. I will draw out my sword. My hand will destroy them. 10. You blew with your mind, the sea covered them. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. 11. Who is like you among the gods, O Lord? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in praises, working wonders? 12. You stretched out your hand right. You stretched out your right hand. The earth swallowed them. 13. In your loving kindness, you have led the people whom you have redeemed. In your strength, you have guided them to your holy habitation. 14. The peoples have heard, they tremble. Anguish has gripped the inhabitants of Philistia. 15. Then the chiefs of Edom were dismayed. The leaders of Moab, trembling grips them. All the inhabitants of Canaan have melted away. 16. Terror and dread fall upon them. By the greatness of your arm, they are motionless as stone, until your people pass over, O Lord, until the people pass over whom you have purchased. 17. You will bring them and plant them in the mountain of your inheritance, the place, O Lord, which you have made for your dwelling, the sanctuary, O Lord, which your hands have established. 18. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. 19. For the horses of Pharaoh with his chariots and his horsemen went into the sea, and the Lord brought back the waters of the sea on them. But the sons of Israel walked on dry land through the midst of the sea. 20. Miriam the prophetess, Aaron's sister, took them timbre in her hand, and all the water went out after her with timbrels and with dancing. 21. Miriam answered them, sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. The horse and his rider he has hurled into the sea. 22. Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. 3. When they came to Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore it was named Marah. They could not drink when they came to Marah. They could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Before it was named Marah. Then 4. So the people grumbled at Moses, saying, what shall we drink? Then 5. Then he cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, and he threw it into the waters. He threw it into the waters, and the waters became sweet. He made for them a statute and regulation, and there he tested them. Then 6, and he said, if you will give earnest heed to the voice of the Lord your God, and do what is right in his sight, and give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes. I'll put none of the diseases on you which I have put on the Egyptians, for I, the Lord, I am your healer. Exodus 15, New American Standard Bible, 27. Then they came to Elim, where they were 12 springs of water and 70 date palms, and they camped there beside the waters. Exodus 16, New American Standard Bible, 1. Then they set out from Elim, and all the congregation of the sons of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departure from the land of Egypt. 2. The whole congregation of the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. 3. The sons of Israel say to them, would that we had died by the Lord's hand in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the pots of meat, when we ate bread to the full. For you have brought us out into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. For then the Lord said to Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a day's portion every day, that I may test them whether or not they will walk in my instruction. 5. On the 6th day, when they prepare what they bring in, it will be twice as much as they gather daily. 6. So Moses and Aaron said to all the sons of Israel, at evening you will know that the Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt. 7. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, for he hears your grumblings against the Lord. And what are we that you grumble against us? 8. Moses said, this will happen when the Lord gives you meat to eat in the evening, and bread to the full in the morning, for the Lord hears your grumblings while you grumble against him. And what are we? Your grumblings, and not against us, but against the Lord. 9. Then Moses said to Aaron, say to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he has heard your grumblings. 10. It came about as Aaron spoke to the whole congregation of the sons of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Lord appeared in the cloud. 11. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 12. I have heard the grumblings of the sons of Israel. Speak to them, saying, at twilight you shall eat meat, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread, and you shall know that I am the Lord your God. 13. So it came about at evening that the quails came up, the quails, Quails, quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning there was a layer of dew around the camp. 14. When the layer of dew evaporated, behold, on the surface of the wilderness there was a fine flake-like thing, fine as the frost on the ground. 15. When the sons of Israel saw it, they said to one another, what is this? For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, it is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat. 16. This is what the Lord has commanded. Gather of it every man as much as he should eat. You shall take an Omer, 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 a piece according to the number of persons each of you has in his tent. 17. The sons of Israel did so, and so gathered much and some little. 18. When they measured it with an omer, he who would have gathered much had no excuse, and he who had gathered little had no lack. Every man gathered as much as he should eat. 19. Moses said to them, let no man leave any of it until morning. 20. But they did not listen to Moses, and some left part of it until morning, and it bred worms and became foul. And Moses was angry with them. 21. They gathered it morning by morning, every man as much as he should eat, but when the sun grew hot, it would melt. 22. Now on the sixth day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers of each one, when all the leaders of the congregation came and told Moses. 23. Then he said to them, this is what the Lord meant. Tomorrow is a Sabbath observance, a holy Sabbath of the Lord, a holy Sabbath to the Lord. Bake what you will bake, and boil what you will boil, and all that is left over put aside to be kept until morning. Exodus 16, New American Standard Bible. 24. So they put it aside until morning, as Moses had ordered, and it did not become foul, nor was there any worm in it. 25. Moses said, eat today, for today is a Sabbath to the Lord. Today you will not find it in the field. 26. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will be none. 27. It came about on the seventh day that some of the people went out to gather, but they found none. 28. Then the Lord said to Moses, how long do you refuse to keep my commandments and my instructions? 29. See, the Lord has given you the Sabbath. Therefore, he gives you bread for 2 days. On the 6th day, remain every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. 30. So the people retested on the 7th day. 31. The house of Israel named it manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and its taste was like wafers with honey. 32. Then Moses said, this is what the Lord has commanded. Let an omerful of it be kept throughout your generations, that they may see the bread that I feed you in the wilderness when I brought you out of the land of Egypt. 33. Moses said to Aaron, take a jar and put an omerful of manna in it, and bless it before the Lord, to be kept throughout your generations. Take a jar and put an omerful of manna. They named it manna. Therefore, as the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron blessed it before the testimony, to be kept. 35. The sons of Israel ate the manna 40 years, until they came to an inhabited land. They ate the manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. 36. Now an omer is a tenth of an ephah. Ephah. Exodus 17, New American Standard Bible. 1. Then all the congregation of the sons of Israel journeyed by the stages from the wilderness of Sin, according to the command of God, of the Lord, and camped at Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. 2. Therefore the people quarreled with Moses and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said to them, Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you test the Lord? 3. But the people thirsted. But the people thirsted there for water, and they grumbled against Moses and said, Why now have you brought us up from Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst. 4. So Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, What shall I do to these people? A little more, and they will stone me. 5. Then the Lord said to Moses, Pass before the people and take with you some of the elders of Israel, and take in your hand your staff with which you struck the Nile, and go. 6. Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock at Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. 7. He named the place of Massah and Meribah because of the quarrel of the sons of Israel, and because they tested the Lord, saying, Is the Lord among us or not? 8. Then Amalek came and fought against Israel at Rephidim. 9. So Moses said to Joshua, Choose men for us and go out, fight against Amalek. Tomorrow I will station myself on the top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand. 10. Joshua did as Moses told him and fought against Amalek, and Moses, Aaron, and Purah went up to the top of the hill. 11. So it came about when Moses held his hand up that Israel prevailed, and when he let his hand down, and Amalek prevailed. 12. This guy. I don't know what that guy is saying. Man, I don't want anymore. I'm done. I am there. I don't want anymore. I'm done. Done, 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 done. Done, 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 done. Working. How are you going to be working? Ivako prevailed where, so it came about when Moses held his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let his hand down, Amalek prevailed. 12. But Moses' hands were heavy. Then they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side and one on the other. Thus his hands were steady until the sun set. 13. So Joshua overwhelmed Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, write this in a book as a memorial and recite it to Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven. 15. Moses built an altar and named it the Lord is my banner. 16. And he said, the Lord has sworn the Lord will have war against Amalek from generation to generation. Exodus 18, New American Standard Bible. 1. Now Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. 2. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Moses' wife Zipporah after he had sent her away. 3. And her 2 sons, of whom one was named Gershom, for Moses said, I have been a sojourner in foreign land. 4. The other was named Eliza, for he said, the God of my father was my help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. 5. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife to Moses in the wilderness, where he was camped at the mount of God. 6. He sent word to Moses, I, your father-in-law Jethro, I am coming to you with your wife and her 2 sons with her. 7. Then Moses went up to meet his father-in-law, and he bowed down and kissed him. I'm okay. You good? Okay. Where are you? Okay. Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh. Then Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and he bowed down and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare and went into the tent. 8. Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, all the hardship that had befallen them on the journey, and how the Lord had delivered them. 9. Jethro rejoiced over the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel in delivering them from the hand of the Egyptians. 10. So Jethro said, blessed be the Lord who delivered you from the hand of Egyptians and from the hand of Pharaoh, and who delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. 11. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all the gods. Indeed, it was proven when they dealt proudly against the people. 12. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for the Lord, and Aaron came up with all the elders of Israel to eat a meal with Moses' father-in-law before God. 13. It came about the next day that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood about Moses from the morning until the morning. until the evening. 14. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that he was doing for the people, he said, "What is this thing that you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge, and all the people stand about you from morning until evening?" 15. Moses said to his father-in-law, "Because the people come to me to inquire of God." 16. When they have a dispute, it comes to me, and I judge between a man and his neighbor, and make known the statutes of God and his laws. 17. Moses' father-in-law said to him, "The thing that you are doing is not good." 18. You will surely wear out both yourself and these people who are with you, for the task is too heavy for you. You cannot do it alone. 19. Now listen to me. I'll give you counsel, and God be with you. You be the people's representative before God, and you bring the disputes to God. 20. Then teach them the statutes and the laws, and make known to them the way in which they are to walk, and the work they are to do. 31. Furthermore, you shall select out of all the people able men who fear God, men of truth, those who hate dishonest gain, and you shall place these over them as leaders of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, and of tens. Then to let them judge the people at all times, and let it be that every major dispute they will bring to you, but every minor dispute they themselves will judge. So it will be easier for you, and you will bear the burden with you. Then 3. If you do this thing and God so commands you, then you will be able to endure, and all these people will also go to their place in peace. Then 4. So Moses listened to his father-in-law and did all that he had said. Exodus 18, New American Standard Bible. 25. Moses chose able men out of Israel and made them heads over the people, leaders of thousands and of hundreds and of fifties and of tens. And 6. They judged the people at all times. The difficult disputes they would bring to Moses, but every minor dispute they themselves would judge. Then 7. Then Moses bade his father-in-law farewell, and he went his way into his own land. Exodus 19, New American Standard Bible. 1. In the 3rd month after the sons of Israel had gone out of the land of Egypt, and on that very day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. 2. When they set out from Rephidim, they came to the wilderness of Sinai and camped in the wilderness, and there Israel camped in front of the mountain. 3. Moses went up to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain, saying, Thus you shall say to the house of Jacob, and tell the sons of Israel, for you yourselves have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. 5. Now then, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, then you shall be my own possession among all the peoples, for all the earth is mine. 6. And you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words that you shall speak to the sons of Israel. 7. So Moses came and called the elders of the people and said before them all these words which the Lord had commanded him. 8. All it's water on, and is at the red sun. So Moses came and called the elders of the people and sat before them all and said before them all these words which the Lord had commanded him. 8. All the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken we will do. And Moses brought back the words of the people to the Lord. 9. The Lord said to Moses, behold, I will come to you in a thick cloud, so that the people may hear when I speak with you, and may also believe in you forever. Then Moses told the words of the people to the Lord. 10. The Lord also said to Moses, go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their garments. Consecrate. 11. And let them be ready for the third day, for on the third day the Lord will come down on Mountain Sinai in the sight of all the people. 12. You shall set bounds for the people all around the world, saying, beware that you do not go up on the mountain or touch the border of it. Whoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. 13. No hand shall touch him, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through, whether beast or man, he shall not live. When the ram's horn sounds a long blast, they shall come up to the mountain. 14. So Moses went down from the mountain to the people and consecrated the people. Consecrated the people, and they washed their garments. 15. He said to the people, be ready for the third day. He said to the people, be ready for the third day. Do not go near a woman. 16. So it came about to the third day, when it was morning, that there was thunder and lightning, flashes, and a thick cloud upon the mountain, and a very loud trumpet sound, so that all the people who were in the camp trembled. 17. And Moses brought the people out of the camp to meet God, and they stood at the foot of the mountain. 18. Now Mountain Sinai was all in smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and its smoke ascended like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked. Q-U-A-K-E-D. Q-U-A-K-E-D. Quaked violently. 19. When the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and God answered him with thunder. 20. The Lord came down on Mount Sinai to the top of the mountain, and the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up. 21. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, go down, warn the people, so that they will not break through to the Lord to Gaza, and many of them perish. 22. Also let the priests who come near to the Lord consecrate themselves, or else the Lord will break out against them. What does it mean to consecrate? Let's search for this meaning. Consecrate. The term consecrate means to dedicate something to a sacred purpose. In a religious context, it refers to the act of officially making something holy and suitable for religious ceremonies. Additionally, in biblical terms, to consecrate is to set apart someone or something for God's service, making it a sacred. The word can also imply giving entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause. Oh, consecrate. and also let wait a minute. It's what?
Consecrate.
Consecrate. Okay. all else the Lord will break against them. 23. Moses said to the Lord, let the people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for you warned us, saying, set bounds about the mountain and consecrate it. Exodus 19, New American Standard Bible. 24. Then the Lord said to him, go down and come up again, you and Aaron with you, but do not let the priests and the people break through to come up to the Lord. The priests, or he will break forth upon them. 25. So Moses went down to the people and told them. Exodus 20, New American Standard Bible 1. Then God spoke all these words, saying, 2. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. 3. You shall have no other gods before me. 4. You shall not make for yourself, you shall not make for yourself an idol or any likeness of what is in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the water under the earth. 5. You shall not worship them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children on the third day, and the fourth generations of those who hate me. 6. But showing loving kindness to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. 7. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not leave him unpunished who takes his name in vain. 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 9. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. 10. But the seventh day is a Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter, your male or your female servant, or your cattle or your sojourner who stays with you. 11. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. 12. Honor your father and honor your mother, that your days may be prolonged in the land which the Lord your God gives you. 13. You shall not murder. 14. You shall not commit adultery. 15. You shall not steal. 16. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. 18. All the people perceived the thunder and the lightning flashes and the sound of the trumpet and the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they trembled and stood at a distance. 19. Then they said to Moses, speak to us yourself, we will listen, but let not God speak to us, or we will die. 19. Moses said to the people, do not be afraid, for God has come in order to test you, and in order that the fear of him may remain with you, so that you may not sin. 21. So the people stood at a distance while Moses approached the thick cloud where God was. 22. Then the Lord said to Moses, thus you shall say to the sons of Israel, you yourselves have seen that I have spoken to you from heaven. 23. You shall not make other gods beside me, gods of silver or gods of gold. You shall not make for yourselves. 24. You shall make an altar of earth for me, and you shall sacrifice on it your burnt offerings and your peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen, in every place where I cause my name to be remembered, and I will come to you and bless you Then 5. If you make an altar of stone for me, you shall not build it of cut stones for it you. For if you weld your tool on it, you will profane it. And 6. And you shall not go up by the steps to my altar, so that your nakedness will not be exposed on it. Exodus 21, New American Standard Bible. 1. Now these are the ordinances which you are to set before them. 2. If you buy a Hebrew slave, he shall serve for 6 years, but on the seventh he shall go out as a free man without punishment. 3. If he comes alone, he shall go out alone. If he is the husband of a wife, then his wife shall go out with him. 7. If his master gives him a wife and she bears him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall belong to her master, and he shall go out alone. 5. But if the slave plainly says, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out as a free man. 6. Then his master shall bring him to God. Then he shall bring him to the door or the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him permanently. 7. If a man sells his daughter as a female slave, she is not to go free as the male slaves do. 8. If she is displeasing in the eyes of her master, who designated her for himself, then he shall let her be redeemed. He does not have authority to sell her to a foreign people because of his unfairness to her. 9. If he designates her for his son, he shall deal with her according to the custom of daughters. 10. If he takes to himself another woman, he may not reduce her food, her clothing, or her conjugal rights. 11. If he will not do these 3 things for her, then she shall go out for nothing without payment of money. 12. He who strikes a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death. But if he did not lie in wait for him, but God let him fall into his hand, then I will appoint you a place to which he may flee. 14. If, however, a man acts presumptuously, presumptuously toward his neighbor, so as to kill him craftily, you are to take him even from my altar, that he may die. 15. He who strikes his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. 16. He who kidnaps a man, whether he sells him or is found in possession, shall surely be put to death. 17. He who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. 18. If men had a quarrel, and one strikes the other with a stone or with his fist, and he does not die, but remains in bed. If men have a quarrel, and one strikes the other with a stone or with his fist, and he does not die, but remains in bed. 19. If he gets up and walks around outside of his staff, then he would struck him. Then who struck him shall go unpunished. He shall only pay for his loss of time and shall take care of him until he is completely healed. 20. If a man strikes his male or female slave with a rod and he dies at his hand, he shall be punished. 21. If, however, he survives a day or two, no vengeance shall be taken, for he is his property. For he is his property. 22. If men struggle with each other and strike a woman, if with child, so that she gives birth prematurely, yet there is no injury, he shall surely be fined as the woman's husband may demand of him, and he shall pay as the judges decide. 3. But if there is any further injury, then you shall appoint as a penalty life for life. 4. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. 5. Ban for ban, wound for wound, bruise for bruise. 6. If a man strikes the eye of his male or female slave and destroys it, he shall let go free on the account of his eye. 7. And if he knocks out a tooth of his male or female slave, he shall let him go free on account of his tooth. 8. If an ox or X goes a man or a woman to death, the ox shall surely be stoned, and its flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall go unpunished. Exodus 21, New American Standard Bible. 29. If, however, an ox was previously in the habit of goring and its owner has been warned, yet he does not confine it, and it kills a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and its owner also shall be put to death. 30. If a ransom is demanded of him, then he shall give for the redemption of his life whatever is demanded of him. 31. Whether it gathers a son or a daughter, it shall be done to him according to the same rule. 32. If the oxel goes a male or a female slave, the owner shall give his or her master 30 shekels of silver, and the oxel shall be stoned. 33. If a man opens a pit or digs a pit and does not cover it over, an oxel or donkey falls into it. 34. The owner of the pit shall make restitution. He shall give money to its owner, and the dead animal shall become his. 35. If one man's ox hurts another's so that it dies, then they shall sell the live ox and divide its price equally, and also they shall divide the dead ox. 36. If it is known that the ox was previously in the habit of goring, yet its owner had not confined it, he shall surely put ox for ox, and the dead animal shall become his. Exodus 22, New American Standard Bible. 1. If a man steals an ox or a sheep and slaughters it or sells it, he shall pay 5 oxen for the ox and 4 sheep for the sheep. We have a lecture. Need to dumb down. Yeah. Yeah. So where was it? He shall pay 5 oxen for the oxel, and 4 sheep for sheep. 2. If the thief is caught while breaking in and is struck so that he dies, there will be no blood guiltiness on his account. 3. But if the sun has risen on him, there will be blood guiltiness on his account. He shall surely make restitution. If he owns nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. Four, if what he stole is actually found alive in his possession, whether an oxel or a donkey or a sheep, he shall pay double. 5. If a man lets a field or a vineyard be grazed bare and lets his animal loose so that it grazes in another man's field, he shall make restitution from the best of his own field and the best of his own vineyard. 16. If a fire breaks out and spreads to the thorn bushes so that the stacked grain or the standing grain on the field itself is consumed, he who started the fire shall surely make restitution. 7. If a man gives his neighbor money or goods to keep for him, and it is stolen from the man's house, if the thief is caught, he shall pay double. 8. If the thief is not caught, the owner of the house shall appear before the judges to determine whether he laid his hands on his neighbor's property. 9. For every breach of trust, whether it is for ox, for donkey, for sheep, for clothing, or for any lost thing about which one says, "This is it," the case of both parties shall come before the judges. He whom the judges condemn shall pay double to his neighbor. 10. If a man gives his neighbor a donkey, an ox, a sheep, or any animal to keep for him, and it dies, or is hurt, or is driven away while no one is looking. 11. An oath before the Lord shall be made by the two of them that he has not laid hands on his neighbor's property, and its owner shall accept it, and he shall not make restitution. 12. But if it is actually stolen from him, he shall make restitution to its owner. 3. If it is all torn to pieces, let him bring it as evidence. He shall not make restitution for what has been torn to pieces. 14. If a man borrows anything from his neighbor and it is injured or dies while its owner is not with it, he shall make full restitution. 15. If its owner is with it, he shall not make restitution. If it is hired, it came for its hire. 16. If a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged, and he lies with her, he must pay a dowry for her to be his wife. 17. If her father absolutely refuses to give her to him, he shall pay money equal to the dowry for virgins. 18. You shall not allow a sorceress, sorceres, sorcerer, oh God, how they read this word? I do not have, but you can add me on Discord. Same name as here. I think I have to get active on Discord. I wasn't so active on Discord, but I see a lot of people there. Discord, yeah? I have Discord, but I was like, I think I should get active on there. I wasn't so active on there. Let's remember even my logins. Let me check my Discord if I still remember my logins. Where are you, Discord? Do I still remember you? The logins. Today is a Wednesday. What am I going to be doing? Discord. Okay. Okay. I think let me just finish here. I was asking of the words how they read it. Sorceress.
Sorceress.
Sorcerer.
Sorceress.
Sorcerers. A female sorcerer. A witch. Oh, sorcerers. You shall not allow a sorceress to live. 19. Whoever lies with an animal shall surely be put to death. 20. He who sacrifices to any god other than to the Lord alone shall be utterly destroyed. 21. You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. 22. You shall not afflict any widow or orphan. 23. If you afflict him at all, and if he does cry out to me, I will surely hear his cry. 24. And my anger will be kindled, and my anger will be kindled, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall become widows, and your children fatherless. And 5. If you lend money to my people, if you lend money to my people, to the poor among you, you are not to act as a creditor to him. You shall not charge him interest. And 6. If you ever take your neighbor's cloak, 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 as a pledge, you are to return it to him before the sun sets. And 7. For that is his only covering. It is his cloak for his body. What else shall he sleep in? And it shall come about that when he cries out to me, I will hear him, for I am gracious. 28. You shall not curse God, nor curse a ruler of your people. 29. You shall not delay the offering from your harvest, and your vintage, the firstborn of your sons, shall give to me. Exodus 22, New American Standard Bible 30. You shall do the same with your oxen and with your sheep. You shall be with its mother 7 days. On the 8th day you shall give it to me. 31. You shall be holy men to me. Therefore you shall not eat any flesh torn into pieces in the field. You shall throw it to the dogs. You shall be holy men to me. Therefore you shall not eat any flesh torn into pieces. Flesh torn into pieces in the field. Flesh torn into pieces in the field. What's that mean? You shall be holy men to me. Therefore you shall not eat meat from any animal that has been torn to pieces by predators in the field. You shall throw it to the stones. Yeah. To the dogs. Sorry. By predators, that's what they do. I have to continue from here. Today is my day. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, I'm good. Hi, I am good. I'm just You see, this is where like why I'm vegan. Even in the Bible, it's there. I'm a vegan, but I was reading the Bible and it's also there. This is what they're saying. You shall like what? You shall be holy men to me. Therefore, you shall not eat any flesh torn to pieces in the field. That's what they are saying here, man. That's what they are saying. That's what here they are saying. That's what they're saying here. That's what they're saying here. Yeah, 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 You are to be my holy people. So do not eat the meat of an animal torn by wild beasts. Throw it to the dogs. You must be my holy people. Therefore do not eat an animal that has been torn up and killed by wild animals. Throw it to the dogs. You shall be consecrated to me. Therefore you shall not eat any flesh that is torn by beasts. You are to be my holy people. You must not eat the meat of a wild animal found in the field. And ye shall be holy men unto me, neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the... Yeah, you are to be holy people, so do not eat meat of an torn into the wild beast. Yeah, 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 Three. My mic. Hey, I thought even my mic is not audible. I thought my mic is not even audible. That's what I want. Yeah, I want to check something out. Then I compare. Hey, hey, how are you? There's something I was looking for here. I'm not even seeing it. Yeah, yeah, 22. 22. Let me check 22 and I see. You are to be my holy. Do the same with your cattle and your sheep. Let them stay with their mothers for 7 days, but give them to me on the 8th day. You shall do the same with your oxen and sheep, and shall be with its mother 7 days. On the 8th day, you shall give it to me. Let's see here. Let's read and we compare. Exodus 23, New American Standard Bible. 1. You shall not bear a false report. Do not join your hand with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. See here. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a wicked man by becoming a malicious witness. I think that this one is better. You shall not follow the masses in doing evil, nor shall you testify in a dispute, so as to turn aside after a multitude in order to pervert justice. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by siding with the crowd. Like, shall not follow the masses doing evil, or nor shall you testify in doing, nor shall you be a partial to a poor man in his dispute. And do not show favoritism to a poor man. And do not show favoritism to a poor man in his lawsuit. Nor shall you be partial to a poor man in his dispute. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey wandering away, you shall surely return to him. If you come across your enemy's ox or donkey wandering off, be sure to take it back to him. These are different versions. I want to check and I see which one can I really read. I've been reading this. If you see the donkey of one who hates you lying helplessly under its load, you shall refrain from leaving it to him. You shall surely raise it with him. If you see the donkey of someone who hates you falling down under its road, do not leave it there. Be sure you help him with it. Okay, this is summarized. Do not deny justice to your poor people in their lawsuits. It's all English, but do not pervert the justice due to your needy brother in his dispute. 7. Keep far from false charge and do not kill the innocent or the righteous, for I will acquaint the guilty. Do not accept bribe. Have nothing to do with a false charge and do not put an innocent or honest person to death, for I will acquaint the guilty. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twists the words of the righteous. You shall not take bribe, for bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of justice. Do not accept bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twists the words of the righteous. Man, these versions are confusing for real. They are the same, but they are confusing. 3 times a year, all the men are to appear before the sovereign Lord. You shall not oppress a stranger. Shall not oppress us. 3. You shall. Oh, where? Do not sacrifice. Oh, this is where. 17. Oh, it's like this. Do not oppress an alien. You yourself know it feels. I think we'll go with the other one. This one we already chose. We've been reading. I want to. Can I complete? I feel I'm done. Like I'm done. Let me finish this and I go. Yeah, this is somehow long. Let me just finish it and I go. Nor shall you be partial to a poor man in his dispute. For if you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey wandering away, you shall surely return it to him. 5. If you see the donkey of one who hates you lying helpless under its load, you shall refrain from leaving it to him. You shall surely release it with him. 6. If you shall not pervert the justice due to your needy brother in his dispute. Pervert. Distort, or corrupt the original cause, meaning or state of something, lead someone away from what is considered natural or acceptable. Here, a person whose sexual behavior is regarded as abnormal and unacceptable. Due to your needy brother in his dispute. 7. Keep far from a false charge, and do not kill the innocent or the righteous, for I will not acquaint the guilty. 8. You shall not take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of the just. 8. You shall not oppress a stranger, since you yourselves know the feeling of a stranger, for you also were strangers in the land of Egypt. 10. You shall sow your land for 6 years and gather in its yield. 7. 10. The other version might be good, by the way. It might be good, this version here. This version might be good. I might learn to love this version. Oh God, I feel like I'm done, man. I'm done. You are to do the same with your vineyard. You shall sow your land for 6 years and gather in its yield. 11. But on the 7th year you shall let it rest, and life follow, so that the needy of your people may eat, and whatever they leave, the beast of the field may eat. You are to do the same with your vineyard and your olive grove. 6 days you are to do your work, but on the 7th day you shall cease from labor, so that your ox and your donkeys may rest, and the son of your female slave, as well as your stranger, may refresh themselves. Now concerning anything which I have said to you, be on your guard, and do not mention the name of other gods, nor let them be heard from your mouth. 14. 3 times a year you shall celebrate a feast to me. 15. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. Unleavened bread for 7 days. You are to eat unleavened bread, as I command you at that point. 15. Yes, 15. 15. 15. And 15. 15. Celebrate the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. Eat bread made without yeast, as I command. For 7 days you are to eat unleavened bread, as I command, at appointment in the time of Abib. Oh, man, this one might be good, by the way. Celebrate the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. Eat bread made without yeast, as I commanded you. Do this at the approved time in the month of Abib, for in that month you came out of Egypt. No one is to appear before me empty-handed, and none shall appear before me empty-handed. 16. Also you shall observe the feast of the harvest of the fruits of the first fruits of your labors from what you sow in the field. Also the feast of in gathering at the end of the year, when you gather in the fruit of your labors from the field. 16. Celebrate the feast of harvest with first fruits of the crops you sow in your field. Celebrate the feast of the ingathering at the end of the year, when you gather. Okay. I think I'm tired. Oh. 17. 3 times a year all your males shall appear before the Lord God. 18. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, nor is the fat of my feast to remain overnight until morning. You shall bring the choice first fruits of your soil into the house of the Lord your God. You are not to boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. That is 16. No. Times I do not offer blood of sacrifice to me along with anything containing yeast. The part of my first offering do not be kept until men bring the best of fruits of your soil to the house. See, I'm sending an angel up ahead of you to guide you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Be on your guard before and obey. Behold, I'm going to send an angel to guide you along the way and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Be on your guard before him and obey his voice, not be rebellious toward him, for he will not pardon your transgression, since my name is in him. But if you truly obey his voice and do all that I say, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. An adversary to your adversaries. 22. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all I do, I'll be an enemy to your enemies, and I will oppose those who oppose you. Okay. 23. For my angel I will go before you and bring you in the land of Amorites, Hittites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Hivites, and Jebusites, and I will completely destroy them. 23. My angel will go ahead of you and bring you into the land of Amorites, Hittites, and I will wipe them out. And I will destroy them. And though you shall not worship their gods, nor serve them, nor do according to their deeds, but you shall outly overthrow them and break their sacred pillars in pieces. Do not bow down before their gods, or worship them, or follow their practices. You must demolish them and break their sacred stones to pieces. But you shall serve the Lord your God, and he will bless your bread and your water, and I will remove sickness from your midst. And 5. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be on your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you. There shall be no one miscarrying or barren in your land. I will fulfill the number of your days, and none will miscarry or be barren in your land. I will give you a full lifespan. Man, these things are confusing, very confusing. But I just don't know. I have to go. I have to go right now. Thank you for being around. Take good care after yourself. I love you. Take good care after yourself.